Hello, everybody, and welcome to Judge Matheson. Today on trial stands a game. Don't go anywhere, guys. Hold on. I know it looks like Minecraft. Don't go anywhere. Today on trial stands a game that a lot of you have been asking me for, at least asking me to check out, and that game is called Unturned. And I'm like you. Those of you who almost turned away, I was like, Matheson, what the hell are you looking at? I was like you. I looked at this and I was like, what? Really? You guys want me to look at this game? But you guys were relentless. There was a lot of tweets. There's a lot of emails saying, check out Unturned. So I did. I checked it out. It's free on Steam, which is always, a little scary. But with the option of picking up a $5 gold bundle, which is kind of like a way of supporting the developer of the game and whatnot, which I did. And it gives you a bunch of stuff that I don't really use. But kind of long story short, what is Unturned? Well, Unturned is, like I said, a free game on Steam that is basically kind of like DayZ. It is a survival game in the zombie apocalypse, currently on a pretty small map because it is early access and the map itself is still in development. And though the game looks incredibly basic and kind of looks like Minecraft, which is it's kind of a mix between Minecraft and DayZ, it is surprisingly very deep, with also a multiplayer aspect. Now, the multiplayer aspect is kind of a direct connect. You kind of have to put in an IP and a password if you want to connect to somebody. But from what I've played of the multiplayer, which I have, as long as you're on a good server and it's not just like somebody's home computer with a really shitty internet, it works pretty damn well. I didn't have any problems at all. So, much like any survival game, the concept is to survive. I mean, at the bottom, you have your health on the left, followed by hunger, thirst, radiation, and energy, which is like how long you can sprint and jump and stuff like that. And as well, you can hit tab and open up your inventory. And yes, this is me, and he's naked right now. We have our 4 inventory slots. This is all you can carry unless you get a bag of some sort. Apparel, clothing, which is right here. The crafting system, which you can make stuff. And your skills. The more you kill people, the more you kill zombies, and the more skill points or experience you get, which you can then put into other things. So, for instance, if I have 10 experience, I could put it into my first rank in survival, which means I will starve and dehydrate a lot slower. And as you go down the list, actually, let's go take a look at them for you. You got endurance and sneaky beaky, which is really weird. Marksman, warrior, general things that you can do that end up working a lot better for you in the long run. And again, the idea is the open-ended survival aspect. Now, I get the feeling that this game is going to be enjoyed with a friend or two, as I did have more fun playing online than I did solo. But the reason I'm playing solo is to kind of give you the idea of how the game works, its mechanics, how it looks, how it plays, and then what you can do is just kind of add players to that, and that's the game, right? That's kind of how it works. So here we go. We got a zombie already. I came across this little farming area. I'm going to go ahead and loot it up. So let's go ahead and pop this zombie down. Now, one zombie at a time is not too difficult, and we can kind of take him out pretty easily, and he falls to the ground. There is sneaking. There is like a crouch and a what do you call it? A prone form that you can kind of take when you're sneaking around. I'm not going to really worry about that too much. We're just going to take a look at the area. So right now we've got ourselves a machete. That's actually really good. It's going to automatically go in our 1 slot, which we can kind of hold up. And let's see. Anything else in here? And we'll kind of go through here. Now, I'm looking forward to getting a gun because one of the cool things about this game, and something that I've been very impressed with, is just the depths of the mechanics already within the game itself. It's obvious that the game has been in development for a while. As far as I can tell, actually, the game's been kind of out and playable to a few people for a while now. You could buy it off of Steam. But now that it's on Steam, and I know a couple of higher profile YouTubers have covered it, I expect this game to gain a lot of popularity, and I think that's why I got a lot of tweets and stuff for people to tell me to check it out. The game, like I said, is surprisingly deep in its mechanics. It allows this level of customization with weapons and stuff that I didn't expect a game like this to have, and I think a lot of it comes from its visual fidelity. The game is, for lack of a better explanation, ugly, man. It's not a good-looking game. It is incredibly Minecrafty. The models are stupidly simple. Everything in this game is very, very simple looking. But if you can get past that, if you can go beyond that, what's here is a pretty damn deep game. A game that, if you're into the survival genre, you'll, I think, be able to get a lot of entertainment out of, especially if you find a good server to play on. I don't know if this has durability or not. I'm curious because this is pretty freaking powerful. Guns are going to be obviously way more impressive, and the guns are something I really want to find one just to show you even the level of customization on the gun itself that you can get. So let's go ahead and see what we can, if we can find one. We'll also, once we clear out this area, let's take a look at our skills and maybe level up a little bit and kind of do that. One thing I have noticed, and it's a little bit disappointing so far, is that zombies themselves are not that high in number, and for the most part are pretty easy to deal with. I was just saying earlier, you know, one zombie at a time is, you know, manageable pretty simply with just your fisticuffs, but even more so with a good weapon, they're able to be managed. And because they move slow, you know, they're kind of a slower zombie. They're not that big of a threat. And one of the things I think in a game that's going to use slower zombies, I think is necessary, is if you're going to use slower zombies, make their numbers a lot more, a lot bigger rather. Make the numbers of zombies you're going to have to come and contend with a lot larger. Because if you don't, I guess are these all Swift magazines? Can I not? I'm just going to drop these because I have all the same. Because if you don't, you run the risk of it becoming something that can get really boring really quickly, especially in single player, though the single player for the most part isn't going to really bother too many people because then people are going to be playing multiplayer. But that actually leads me to my next point. If you're not going to be you know, having high zombie numbers and they're going to be pretty easy to deal with, at the same time, your multiplayer is going to suffer and become DayZ in that it just kind of becomes a PvP thing, which is fine. I think PvP needs to happen. But one of the reasons I'm looking forward to a game such as H1Z1 is because the zombies themselves are a threat. They are really scary and they can wreck your shit pretty much any day. And because of that, you're looking at, you know, you're looking at a game that's lacking in the difficulty in the right ways, in my opinion. I really think the biggest problem with these zombie survival games, these open world straight up zombie survival simulators, is that the zombies themselves are a non-threat. I mean, DayZ has said they're going to be fixing it, you know, with coming patches and stuff, and you know, we'll see if that ends up happening. I hope it's true. I don't doubt that it's true. I really do think that something's going to be addressed, as they've, you know, it's one of the biggest problems with the game right now. But a game like H1Z1, where right off the bat, even in development, the zombies look like they're going to be a threat. They're going to be numerous. There's going to be a respawning mechanic. That makes the multiplayer aspect of that game, which is the core aspect, obviously, I don't even think this is going to be single player, very, very different, because now you're dealing with not only human threats, but you're dealing with zombie threats as well. And right now, in this particular game, in Unturned, one of my biggest complaints is that the zombie threat is kind of lacking in a lot of ways. It is very much a kind of side thought still, and I really hope to see that change. Zombies are not everything they're kind of cracked up to be. I mean, one-shotting them like that is kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and pop some into survival there, and we can go ahead and put it into marksman or warrior. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's go ahead and put in endurance. There we go. And let's actually go. I think we can mine too. So something that this game does, and the reason I said it's kind of a mix between Unturned and a little bit of Minecraft is because there's actually some decent crafting in the game. I unfortunately have not spent hours with this game, so I don't know all the formulas and stuff quite yet. But from what I've been able to see, there's a hell of a lot of ability to just kind of build up your own fort and really kind of focus on that survival in the game. So like right here I have a corn seed, and I can actually just go ahead and plop it down, and now I have, you know, a plant growing, and this will eventually produce food for me. And if I get a big enough farm with enough time, I will be able to you know, be self-sustaining. So the ability to have that self-sustaining fort with a farm and stuff is in the game and is available to do already, which is exciting. I think that's really good. That's something that, again, in my opinion, DayZ currently is missing, is that fort building aspect with being able to get your own stuff and whatnot. But there's also, you know, this mining aspect, which you can kind of do, which doesn't seem like I'm getting anything yet. Hopefully it will get us something soon. There we go. Did I get something? Oh, there we go. Some rocks. There we go. So we get some rocks, and you can use this to craft other things that I haven't really messed around with it too much. I'm hoping that From what I've seen, there's a hell of a lot of ability to craft a lot of things. And you can, from what the looks of it, actually just take a house and board up the windows and the door and whatnot, and actually make use of an existing building within the game itself. Again, my only gripe so far is that as of now, it is a relatively pointless thing unless you're in multiplayer, mainly because zombies are not a threat. I mean, I have this machete, which for the most part is a little OP already, I can tell. Again, balancing is going to happen. I'm just looking forward to the developer popping in, I'm hoping, more zombies. And as far as I've been able to tell, too, this is just a one-man show. I'm pretty sure it's just one guy who's done this so far. No space. What do I got? Let's drop. I don't know if there's anything I want to drop. Let's drop this for now, just so we can pop this on. There we go. Gonna go ahead and put that on our hat. Looking good, Mathis. There we go. So that'll provide us a little bit of this duct tape and rope. This is a really big crafting system here. Hopefully that'll protect us some protection here for our head. I don't know if we can actually chop this open. I don't know if we can actually break that. What else do we got in here? Let's actually drop these rocks for now. Let's see if I can show you a little bit of the crafting. I have to drop these one at a time. That sucks. Give me that. So if I actually click this. Can't actually do anything with it. I have to mess around with it a little bit. Let's look around, see if we can get a gun. Some shells in here. Lot of shotgun shells. There's notes and stuff. Ah, school bag. Oh, here comes a zombie. He saw me. Dead. Again, machete. Too powerful. Too good. Let's go ahead and drop this. Let's grab this backpack. We can go ahead and pop this on. There we go. Grab this. And now we should have a nice big inventory, which is awesome. So we can start doing some surviving. Some actually like looting and stuff. There are vehicles in the game too. You might notice some cars kind of wrecked on the side. Don't know if we can actually do anything with this one. But there's usually the cars seem to be 6-seaters. Dead. Again, powerful zombie. Killing machine right here. I can hear a zombie. Hey, buddy. Don't know where you came from. Ow, I think I got hit, actually. It might be like a disease, that little like radiation meter. The more I get hit, the more diseased I get. So I kind of have to manage that. Potato chips. Canned veggies. Lots and lots of food in here, which is great. Dead. Love to find a gun, though, because there's such a cool... Huh? Okay, I just got chomped on there. Where'd he come from? This I'm like, the game's too easy right now. The game's too easy. I'm getting my ass kicked. Gotta keep your eye for the crawlers, man. They're everywhere. There's a business suit zombie. No ability to loot the zombies yet, unfortunately. I assume that'll be coming in the near future. Moldy corn. Let's drop that. What else we got? Canned veggies. I don't think we can actually open these yet, but the potato chips we can equip. We can chomp these suckers down, and you can see our hunger starting to slowly go down there. Alright, so again. Oh, looks like he has a helmet on, so he's going to be a bit... The police ones are going to be a little bit tougher. Come on. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. So this is a cop station here, police station. Hopefully we'll be able to get a gun in here. Yeah, a couple night batons. Police uniform, civilian bullets. Ah, gun. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, hopefully I don't die. Okay, let's get out of here. I can show you a little bit of what I'm talking about as far as the customization is concerned. Let's get out of the town. A little bit. It would be a little bit scarier if the game didn't give me like a really good weapon so early. Okay, time to go. Time to go. Gotta pick. Zoom out a little bit. Each swipe with the machete is about 10 energy. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, I don't want to die right now. I need to make sure we're good. Okay. I don't know if these guys actually have a set, like, distance in which they will follow me around. I hope they do. Let's go ahead and move this way a little bit, and we'll keep on doing it like this. Pull the old zomboid back and attack kind of situation. Ow. There's a camp over there, which is great. If we can actually get to it as a doctor, I think. Okay, one more to go. All right, there we go. All right, so doctor's coat, we can actually take it. As you can see, I'm shaking. The more damage you take, actually, it really impacts the way it can be played. As you take more damage, you actually become a very unsteady individual. I mean, as you can see, holding up my pistol, my character's shaking like crazy, so his accuracy is going to be way, way, way off. Also, each pistol and gun that I've actually found has a safety. They can turn it on and off. But the part that I was excited about is the customization of the pistol and the weapon itself. If I hit tab... Oh, is it tab? No, if I hit T, I apologize. It'll bring up the pistol, and it looks a little bit Crysis-like in the way it does it. Because you have a sight you can actually add, different magazines you can actually put into it, a barrel you can switch to. All these things allow for different types of weapon customizations, allowing you to kind of play the way that you'd like to play, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and put this on, by the way. There we go. A little bit of a police pants, equip those. So being able to do that allows you to have these weapons, the types of weapons that you'd like. Did I grab the doctor's uniform? So we can actually take this, by the way, and we can actually craft this. If I remember correctly, I could get, yeah, we can get rags, and then I don't know, can I? We can get, yep, more crafting that way, and then we can actually equip it. I think we can actually heal ourselves up a little bit there. So there you go. You can tear things down, and tear things up rather. And use it as a makeshift bandage and stuff like that. Again, the crafting system in this game is surprisingly deep. So it looks like we've got a little campsite up here. Let's take a look and see what we've got. And I hope you actually are starting to understand just how deep this very simple-looking free game is. Now, one of the things that the game does offer, like I said, is a gold purchasable thing. And what does the gold actually get you? Well, in single player, it gives you a different mode. You can play gold mode, which gives you extra loot. Now, if there's a gold server somebody's running, what'll end up happening is those who have gold, as far as I understand, will also have that extra like 60% loot as opposed to the normal 40% that is allotted to a normal player. So, in a way, buying those $5, buying the $5 thing is a little bit of a pay-to-win kind of model from the way it seems. But it has to be activated on a server. So if you're going to be playing, let's go ahead and, I don't think we have any magazines here. If you're going to be playing with friends, or you're going to be playing online, you can always go to a server that's going to be just your vanilla game that's going to have the normal loot. The only other thing that players get is a special like clothing that they get to wear in servers. Nothing else really special about it other than that. So that's really nothing. It's just aesthetic. Very, very minor kind of bonus there. But if you like the game, I would highly suggest supporting the developer for producing this really generally cool concept, and again, allowing it to be so deep already for being early access and being free. I think that's the part that blows me away the most, is that this game is free. And I've even found myself having fun playing just a single-player game. And the single-player game itself, though, I think definitely suffers a bit in its complexity. Can I actually... Yeah, you can set up like for camp. And it suffers a bit in its difficulty, rather, not its complexity. Still is a real fun experience. And I've been having a good time with it overall. So let's go ahead and craft that. And then we'll go ahead and equip this. And we will, oops, go ahead and heal up a bit. Oh, it looks like, yep, there we go. Healing up a little bit. So I don't think we can actually... Oh, so we actually have to... Okay, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. That is actually, I don't have any ammo, so it's just kind of messing with things a little bit. What? Again, I think what's really fun about this game is the multiplayer. Mainly because the difficulty is brought to you by those players, and I think that's a lot of fun. So I'm popping in this car because I haven't found a working car yet, but cars are in the game. So at the bottom, you can actually see your speed and fuel. So cars. actually have a fuel system in the game as well. And usually when you find a working car, it will not have a lot of fuel in it. You can barely move it. Sometimes they won't have any fuel in it. And you might have seen me find a bit of fuel kind of just lying around. That fuel is imperative for you to be able to actually do anything with these cars. And as you're setting up camps and stuff, you can kind of imagine these naturally set up survivor camps on multiplayer servers, especially if you're playing with a friend, being able to kind of like create the circle of cars and be able to do something with it. Again, a lot of it just reminds me a little bit of the DayZ mod, where there's so much detail in the DayZ mod and how it worked. And a lot of that's kind of brought back and unturned. And it makes for a good option. It makes for a very good option to play if you're itching for that survival experience that is currently lacking in a lot of these zombie survival games right now. Multiplayer zombie survival games, should I say. I think Project Zomboid obviously is already in a really good spot, and with multiplayer in, I really do think that Zomboid is one of the better options out there right now. It's just a different flavor of survival, but these first-person kind of action-y shooter-type survival games are really lacking in either complexity or difficulty. And as long as you're playing at multiplayer, that difficulty curve can be replaced with the difficulty of dealing with other people. But right now, the depth in Unturned is surprising. So again, I keep saying surprising because this game really has surprised me with how much fun it's been so far. And I'm looking forward, and I really do hope that the developer does kind of implement more zombies and stuff, or maybe starts tweaking things so zombies are a lot more dangerous. As you can see, I've already taken a bunch of bites and stuff from zombies just from talking and not paying attention as much as I'd like to. But I would love to see more in its difficulty. There's actually berries you can loot too, and you can actually like live off the land if you can't find any food. But I really would like to see more in the game itself, from the zombie standpoint. I'd love to see the zombie difficulty tweaked. I'd love to see the zombie numbers tweaked. And I think what you have here is a really good option for those looking for a survival game on a budget. I really think that this game really can provide the same amount of fun that other games like it can. And as long as you're okay and you can overlook the graphical, the subpar graphical fidelity of the game, you're going to find something that could just be just as fun as games like it on the market. So check it out, guys. It's called Unturned. It is on Steam right now for free. The link will be in the description below for you to go check it out. And who knows, maybe later on down the line when things are just a little bit more detailed, a little bit more developed, or I just have the itch to play it, we'll be able to check it out again. But so this has been Mathis, Judge Mathis for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys next time. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more videos just like it, and consider dropping a like too, as it helps me out a great deal. And I will see all of you guys next time. Back, bastard. Back. Yes. What do we got? Canned cola. No space. Well, let's drive off into the sunset. Oh, nope, these cars are not manageable. Well, can't end the game by driving off in the sunset, unfortunately. Oh well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.